very warm welcome to all of you. We are looking at the different potentials that AI has in making the world a better place. My guest speaker for today is Ramu Muthangi, who's the CEO and co-founder of SHG Technologies, whose mission is to help make the world more inclusive for persons with vision impairment. A very warm welcome to you, Ramu. And if you could share a little bit about yourself, your motivation, and the mission of your company.
Sure. Thank you very much, Fangis. And then thank you so much for calling me for this podcast. My background is like I'm an engineer by profession, by studies. And then I graduated from IIT Kanpur. And then I moved to United States for my advanced studies. There I worked with Honeywell Aerospace and also Polycom. Then I thought, why not we do something back in India? So I left my corporate job and then came over here and then did a couple of things on the social angle. Then this particular device or helping visually impaired came to me for a particular reason. The reason came because my sister, my elder sister, she lost her vision to diabetic retinopathy. And that prompted me, see, why not we do something for the visually impaired so that they can, so there's the thought that the entire motivation came from there. Then we started looking into this various things like how can we apply artificial intelligence or how can we apply machine vision and all. Then we worked on this. This is a device that what I'm wearing is the one that we came out with. And then it has got a camera and then that captures the picture in front of you. And then there is a flash. It provides a uniform lighting conditions because visually impaired wouldn't know what is the lighting conditions like. And it also has a lidar. Lidar is the light detection and ranging. It tells them how far is the object. This is a technology that is used in driverless cars. And there's a miniature lidar. So we put all these things and it captures the image and sends it to a computer. In our case, it's a mobile and the mobile has an application and then it has got multiple things to do. And I can put this in different modes. I want to see the things around me. Suppose I'm wearing this glass and then I swipe and it says things around you and say, yes, I need. I can also either I can touch. This is the interface, or I can even speak. I can say, what's in front of me? And then it will immediately tell me there is a computer. A computer screen shows a lady and a gentleman. It describes the surroundings for me. And then there is a bottle of water. And then if I want to know more, we use generative AI. Then when we tap, and then it says, you're in a conference room. There are 4 black chairs and there is a white wall on the wall. It describes entirely so that the visually impaired get a feel of what are the things around them. So there is a one. And they can also, when they want to read, what they can do is they can swipe, read more. Then I can tap once and then I can just put whatever text I want to read. And then it starts reading for me. And then I do have a text. SHG Technologies was founded in October 2020. It reads out for me. And then the voice comes from the bone conduction speakers here. And we do not block the ears because visually impaired, they want their ears to be open because they judge the distances from the sound they get. So we give them a bone conduction glasses. So whatever is coming comes from the computer through Bluetooth, and then they get to hear. And then they also talk about it can read any text, printed text or handwriting. And any language. It supports all languages. It supports Kannada, Bengali, Punjabi, all Indian languages, in addition to all the other languages. And then you can also detect faces. Suppose you're in front of me, and then it asks, would you like to remember the name? I say yes, or I can tap it and then say the name, Farangis Chaudhary. The next time when you come in front of me, it remembers that name and then says, Farangis is in front of you. And then it can also do walking assistant. Suppose a visually impaired person wants to walk out of this room, and then it tells him what are the way out. Okay, there is a door, it's 10 steps away. And then once you reach there, they say, turn right, 10 left. There's stairs ahead of you. There is an elevator. Elevator is in the open position or closed position. It describes to me, it helps. And if I'm walking out, it tells me if there are any potholes on my way or if there is any animal that's sitting there. So it gives all the directions. It's literally a virtual assistant for you. And using this device like this, they can be completely independent. Like what we are looking for, our mission is to use the technologies available. Okay, today AI is available, machine learning is available, machine learning vision is available, and other language, other technologies are available. And make use of these technologies and put them together and make an affordable device to open a world of opportunities to millions of visually impaired. The reason why it is so relevant to our country, because India accounts for 44% of the visual, of the blind people in the world. 44%. Huge number. There are 18 million uh, totally blind people. Okay. And there are about 150 million low vision people. When I say low vision, people with hazy vision, blurry vision, they can only see some light, but they can't see very clearly. And some people have to keep the text just 2 inches in front of them to read. They can't read what's there on the board. So there are so many children with that impairments. So we are trying to apply different technologies to address these problems.
How has been your journey of incorporating this technology into something so tiny and small there? A lot of things which you had to do around that, build
Yes.
your own pattern recognition of all the things which are around. Because, like you mentioned, understanding what is a pothole, understanding, what is a glass, things in front of you, everything it's able to recognize each and everything. How did you go about training or making it understand all this?
The machine learning, you need to have a large, like suppose I'll take an example, a pothole. Then what we do is we take thousands of images of potholes, different kinds of potholes, because it has like in the human brain can understand because we have over the years we have seen different kinds of potholes. Then, but the computer has to learn those things. So we keep feeding these images and use the learning algorithms to learn that. And the same thing with the other things, currency notes. Suppose when I'm getting a currency note, it could be, since they're visually impaired, they can put it in any position in the reverse form or this form or a folded form. We had to do Indian currency, we had to do at least about 2,000 images. Many images we get it from Google or any other source that we get. And then many times we create it. We create the potholes. We printed different potholes, and then we put it in our office. And then we started taking pictures. But fortunately, majority of the stuffs are available on the net. So we take those images from the net. And then also for many objects, so like common objects like tables or chairs or walls, or there are data sets available as libraries. So we take. When we started, this is the first model we brought. First model. On either side, you can see it's a compared to this, like a two. And then compared to this is the first model we brought. Then people felt like, it's too heavy. Too heavy. There's a battery here, the computer, a whole lot of things. And so it did not very many people liked it. So then we came out with another model. Okay, just this thing on and wired to the a mobile phone through your USB. But people said, so look, when I'm getting into a metro or a bus, this wire gets entangled. with somebody else things, that's very, very difficult for us. Then we came out with the wireless. It has a Wi-Fi, and then we use or Wi-Fi. We make certain modifications so that Wi-Fi is it consumes a lot of power. So what it does is, in this case, what we call it a burst Wi-Fi, where we capture the image, just send it, and then the processor it goes to sleep. A person can use it over a long time.
Is it a very simple to use device for persons with visual impairment? What else do they need in addition to this device? Do they need to have a setup elsewhere?
This is a very once it is a plug and play device. I bring my phone and then I configure it in no time, and it remembers. Just whenever I here is a power button, and I turn on the power, it gives a beep because they can't see LEDs or anything like that. So we give a beep, power on beep, power off beep, charging beep. It's all audio. And then they turn it on, and then it comes up with a sound saying that Smart Vision is ready. Since it knows my name because I configured in my mobile, Ramu, good morning to you. I'm ready. It tells. It talks to the individual. And then I'm ready. Then I swipe or I say, tell me what's in front of me. And then it starts doing it. So we try to make it plug and play. There is another psychological point we need to take care. Even the visually impaired, they don't want to be seen as visually impaired. Many a times when we give a device like this, they were they didn't want to be noticed with a, as something sticking around because it's odd. You and I don't have wear glasses with that. So it is a little bit odd. So we removed the wire now. And then now we are giving only this. But the next generation that we are going to bring is not going to be this. This is going to get inside the glasses. I'm going to wear a glasses. Okay, this is still in the proto stage. So you see, this rim will have electronics, and there is the camera comes in the center. This is a prototype in which I'm wearing. You can see the electronics
Yeah.
on either side. So the entire electronics we are trying to put so that the acceptance level goes up. They don't want to be seen as, they don't want people to show any sympathy. Oh, he is a blind person, he needs help. Or he is wearing, they don't want to be identified as, or they don't want to be seen as visually impaired. So we are coming out with the next version of a device. I think this will have more acceptance than even this. But people enjoy this because today, the kind of features that we have put in, then I can simply talk to this thing, saying that, read my emails. It reads for me, and then I keep hearing. I don't even have to open my phone. WhatsApp message, read my WhatsApp messages. It reads for me. Then suppose I say, song from Kantara. It will be connected to Spotify. And so what's the weather? Then it says the weather in Bengaluru, in Yeshwanthpur is 24 degrees centigrade and cloudy skies. It tells me all these things. What's the time? What's the date? So they don't have to take out a device and then look for, because today, majority of the visually impaired, what they do is they have a feature called talkback in
Okay.
their phones. Okay, we don't use talkback because since they can't see, whatever comes on the screen, it comes in the audio format.
How many of these devices are already being used?
So now we have about 6,700 people using the
Wonderful.
devices. It's been, what should I say? There are lots of, first thing is God has been kind to us, number one. Number two, there are so many people, benevolent, Indian Oil Corporation, their corporate social responsibility. The moment we say we have made a device for the visually impaired, they want to see it. When it starts working, they'll say, hey, we want to go with it. So that kind of a response we get. There is not a single instance where I met people and then I came back with, hey, what happened? But they always say, definitely we'll look into your project. So It's been a good journey for us, Karanges. It's been very, very nice. Actually, I wanted to send you last evening, we got an award from in Bangalore Tech Summit 2024.
Okay,
We got a
wonderful.
Best Innovation Award for the assistive technologies. I'll share it with
Congratulations.
you. Yeah.
That's lovely. What is the price point of this?
The price point for this with a wireless and a bone conduction glasses, because bone conduction is a little bit expensive, and a wireless device is 35,000 rupees. But now what we have done is India all said and done, there are lots of people who can't afford 35,000 rupees. Okay, so what we do is we approach corporates, public sectors, private sectors, and then request them, can you donate? And we have a list of beneficiaries, and they donate, they donate, and then distribution we do it. And now there are a lot of individuals want to buy, but they see that the price point is a little bit high. So we have brought out a device which costs just 10,000 rupees. What we did was we don't give bone conduction glasses, we give earbuds. Okay. And then it's not wireless, it's a wire. We brought down the price and we call it a light. And then we give it for 10K today. We just released it because seeing the sensitivity of or the affordability, we brought it to 10,000.
Is it the same type of model for persons who are completely visually impaired or light blurry, different levels of impairment?
No. For blind people, we give audio response. For people with residual vision, because they can still see, but they can't see clearly.
Okay.
That means part of the retina is still functional, and their optical nerve can still carry the signals to the brain, the visual cortex. So what we do is for them, we go in for a different technology because we make them see. Like the glasses I have here, I'll show you these glasses. So these are the glasses we give. These are the glasses. What they have is you can see there are two cameras. Can you see two
Yes.
cameras?
Yes.
There are two cameras there. And then I can show you that you can see this. Uh, these are two micro screens, like a TV screen. The two micro screens we put. What we do is we take the picture from the cameras. These cameras, why we put multiple cameras, is to give them a good magnification because most of the people they have a magnification problem. So what we do is we take the picture and then process it. We do image processing and then try to project it onto this glasses what they want. Prior to that, what we do is we characterize their vision because we want to know what they can see. Like today, for example, if one wears, say, refractive glasses, like I wear refractive glasses for my reading and all that. Doctor, what he does is he tries to find out what you can see from how far you can see. Then he decides you need plus 2.5 or plus 2 or and what we call it, everyone has got 20/20 vision and some people have 20/30, 20/40 like that. So what we do is we try to measure what they can see and then on our computer we increase that value. Then as a result when they are looking at a person, I'll be able to see you as a person sitting. Some people, if it is very acute, blurry vision, they won't be able to make out whether it's a male or a female. But some people can make out. But the moment we adjust those things, I can see your face.
Super glasses.
I cannot put it in words, Farangis. The kind of reactions we see and when people come here and then try out those glasses, and then now, right now, Narayan Nethralaya nearby, they are testing on many patients. And they call me and say, hey, Ramu, we are happy because these patients are able to see now. Sometimes I feel that every person who walks into our office and then we test them, there's a story behind it. One young mother, she wanted to, her 7 years old child couldn't really read anything on the whiteboard. So the school authorities here decided he should go to a blind school. But she didn't want to send. When she tried our glasses, the boy was able to read what's there on the board. She was so happy. She said, "Sir, when can you give it to me?" And then there's a doctor from Ohio. He was visiting India along with his wife, and his wife's brother brought them here. He was a pediatric psychiatrist. It's about a 65-year-old person, pediatric psychiatrist, and then he developed low vision and retinitis pigmentosa, and he was losing his vision, and he has to come very close to see. But he told me, so look, Ramu, I'm a pediatric psychiatrist. I need to ask questions to the person, that boy, or who a child, and then I need to see his expressions, how he is reacting. But unless I get very close to him, I can't see. But the rules in the US, you can't get closer to a patient. When we tried out our glasses, and then he could see. He was so happy. Then I turned around and then asked him, "So, why didn't you look at your wife?" And then he saw his wife's face and he said, "Ah, you're wearing a nose ring. You grayed a little bit here." And she became emotional. And then I asked her, "Are you not happy, ma'am?" And then she says, "Ramu, actually, I'm crying. He has not been seeing my face for the last at least 6 years. Slowly it was deteriorating." So there are so many emotional angle to this. A person getting back his vision, Ferengis. There's a time we feel how blessed are we to have a normal vision.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of different technologies, right from the manufacturing to the software AI, there are a lot of very different components that, I'm seeing.
See, we do have the complete design. Design. When I say design, we do hardware design. Hardware design consists of you need to put the circuitry together and then also make a schematic and then how to fit it. To fit it into this kind of a thing, we need to make a small PCB. Okay. And then everything we make it here because I have engineers who are quite capable of doing these things. And also, what they do is they do it and then manufacture, just a bare PCB. We get it made because that's a big process. And then we stuff it and then put it inside the enclosure. We connected the camera, we connected the lidar, everything. And then we do have an integrated testing the camera should be aligned properly. It should be I'll just give you an example. So I'm holding what goes inside this particular thing. So this is a PCB, you can see.
Yes.
So this is all made here, made in my office, the design, everything. And then to work with this, we do have firmware. Again, I have people who are doing firmware. And then we have application engineers on the software side. I have few AI engineers, they'll be doing all the different models and they're not trying to take, I was telling you about the currency notes. We take samples, we even buy stuffed toys so that a dog and this thing we have to create. And the machine should know how the dog, we do all those things. We do. And then after this is made, we put it inside this thing and test it out. And then we do a final testing. And then we have, people who pack it and then send it out. So everything is done here.
So you also
Yeah.
have a strong set of doctors to help you with the domain part of it?
Yes, I must say that. Because, see, we don't have the team with us. I believe that, there are always some guardian angels and then some come and help you in that way. So when I wanted to, I just spoke to one lady. She said, Ramu, Rotary Club can help you. They introduced Arvind Eye Hospital to us. And there is one doctor, she went out of the way to put her people to test it out on various patients, about 100 patients over 8 months, and they gave a detailed report to us. You have to do this, you have to do that. And right now, I have a doctor. He helps us a lot in the this particular thing. He tells us how to. If there is a problem, we'll try to see what technology is applicable, how we can do it. But understanding that somebody needs to explain to us how the things, parts of the eye work. And also now Narayan Nethralaya, LV Prasad, Shankar Nethralaya, all these people, they come forward to help us.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, we get a lot of support. Sometimes I feel if I was running this company in the US, I don't think that even to get a simple clinical trials, it would cost me at least anywhere from $500,000 to $750,000. But here I get it free. So it's unimaginable kind of help we get. They get involved. I mean, there is something nice about Indians. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I was also curious about another aspect with these glasses. How do people with total vision impairment, are they able to access entertainment as well?
Oh yes, oh yes.
TVs,
They
movies.
can. They can actually. When you're talking about the how the scene should be described, this particular device which I was talking about, the kind of AI or the machine vision things that we are talking about, we couldn't have imagined this about 7 years back because has been there for a long time about fuzzy networks, artificial intelligence, intuitive intelligence, all these things. But the kind of AI today we are seeing easily usable by anyone. Okay, now it's there. Today we have another one level above is generative AI. It describes to me, like, if I'm looking at, let's say, for example, I'm looking at something like this, it will tell me exactly what is the color of this, and then it will tell me there is a plank, and then there is a square here, and something is written here. Everything in detail. That is the capability of AI, generative AI. Suppose there is while reading, we give people to read, and then there's a Taj Mahal. Okay. And immediately it starts telling them that Taj Mahal, no, you're seeing a picture of Taj Mahal, and also describes how it looks, and then tells about Shah Jahan built it, everything it talks. It is so good.
It becomes really inclusive then if like somebody is like after dinner watching a TV show.
Yeah.
They could be sitting in front there and with the help of these glasses,
Yes.
seeing the same thing that a person without visual impairment is seeing, so to say.
Yes. It can. I'll demonstrate to you how this generative AI goes out, goes out and it describes. It's really interesting. And also we need to fine tune it to the extent we need. It helps a lot.
As we wind up, can you just share any thoughts that you'd like to leave the viewers with?
The only thing is, see, the technology is available today and we can put to use it to help the society. Our mission is very, very simple. We have one impairment, like there are so many people with so many other impairments. Okay. But we have taken up this thing, visual impairment, and we are trying to see how can we improve their quality of life? How do we make them independent? And how do they become like, there should not be any difference between sighted people and visually impaired people. And then they should also come up the way we are coming up. You and I cannot do it alone. All of us have to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing this, Ramu. It's really, really inspiring. And each person who uses these glasses, they have a story of how they are benefited. And that I think really makes the impact and makes it all feel so worthwhile, the journey.
That is the one that gives a maximum satisfaction, Ferengis.
Thank you so much for giving time for
Thank
me
you.
today, Ramu.